I let my best friend stay when he went homeless, but now he's drinking in the house with his homeless girlfriend daily. My best friend Dave is like family to me. My long-term partner is aware of the nature of our relationship and is totally okay with it, being supportive of the decision to let Dave sleep on our couch temporarily. They are also good friends. The couch is often offered to folk that need a place to sleep, and the term is seldom longer than 2 weeks. The offer to pitch a tent or set up a camper in our large yard is always there as well. We have just one simple rule. You don't get obviously inebriated while here, because I do have 2 children living here 95% of the time. We are grass friendly but do not drink. Nor do we have a problem with occasional recreational drinking. About 2 weeks ago, Dave called me very upset. His long-term romantic relationship disintegrated overnight and abruptly, and he needed a place to sleep. Now, we're pretty crowded with 4 people in a 2-bedroom, but we offered our very comfy community couch, and a rare bedroom when my children were at their father's house. We laid down our one rule, and that Dave had up to a month free of rent to find someplace to live. Unfortunately, there's a housing crisis going on, and to get an apartment or even a room you have to constantly apply and have minimum first month rent plus damage deposit ready to go. Which he was doing and had. Well, Dave met a girl and the it has hit the fan. Suddenly he's not looking for a place because Dave is spending all his time and money on her. His girlfriend is also homeless at this time and living in a shelter temporarily. They've been drinking more and more because she drinks. It's gotten extremely awkward because 4 days ago they tried to have intimacy. Loudly, on my couch. In a tiny crowded house. I have teenagers who don't need to see or hear Uncle Dave inebriated doing some messed up chick on our couch. I'd set up our huge tent outside for them, and even borrowed a camper from a fella we had helped before in case it rained. The tent is now wrecked because they broke a pole and it ripped right through the side of the tent. The camper is already trashed after just 2 nights. The vomit in there yesterday was alarming. Which was why it was locked yesterday. It is my responsibility to clean before returning. Which will be returned today because I'm not going to be on the hook for damages or continue to clean that up. Not even for him. But my security camera shows them stumbling around, in and out of the locked camper before literally diving onto the tent. Not into. On top of. I'm a bit worried about what I'll be cleaning today. This is on top of being woken up multiple times nightly by them stumbling into my house to use the bathroom, falling over, vomiting. And if he pays me for a replacement tent, it will be at least another month before he can save enough for an apartment. I certainly can't afford to replace it. And my family is supposed to go camping next weekend. Which has to be cancelled now as we no longer have a working tent. His vehicle is not legal as he let it lapse because he's too busy drinking and messing with this new woman. So at this point he's also risking losing his vehicle, making his situation an hour's worse. I'm furious. She's been here for 5 days with him. He's been here 13. That first week was great. Crowded, but no problems. I'm genuinely happy he's found someone, but at the same time it's extremely frustrating having my home and family disrespected like this daily for some inebriated piece of crap by someone who literally calls themselves my brother from another mother. He's also not working because she's always here. Nor is he looking for an apartment or alternate accommodations. And no, we're not getting any rent or compensation. That's not why we offered the couch. It's just an old comfy couch that's been well used by people who needed a temporary safe space. I've known this guy for over 20 years. We've always had this sibling-like bond from day one. Never once did we ever have a problem. Until now. I'm about to lose my crap on him. I shouldn't have to remind someone, a grown-up man at that, daily that we don't want intoxicated people here and that this was our only rule for a free place to crash. Why? My kids have watched their addict father struggle with this crap for years. They don't need to see it here too. This is their home and safe space. Which is why it's literally our only rule. I have reminded him that this isn't going to be a permanent place to stay, especially given the inebriation. And that his time is running out because, again, we can't house him permanently. I worked my butt off and still do because I bought my house over a decade ago to have our own space and so we would not have to deal with addicts in our former apartment complex. My family room is also my office and work area, so being a room down isn't easy either. Because you can't be in there with them. I've actually been asked to leave my family room to give them privacy. Once in a while I won't mind. But I've been basically banned from my own damn workspace for 4 days now. Every couch surfer has always been respectful of our rules and space until now, so we decided enough was enough. We all sat down, first, our teenage kids, my partner and myself. We talked about what happened. Neither kid noticed anything other than me being in a terrible mood this morning. The kids trust our decision that we needed to have a serious chat with A, and that it may result in him leaving and likely being angry. Both kids promised to stay out of it and went for ice cream. We sat down with Dave and said flat out either the alcohol goes or he does. Starting immediately. I never saw him like that before. Like he just lost his best friend, cliche as it sounds. But he understands. He's gone to the back lot for the night to think about what his choice is. I think he's going back there too. Finish off his whiskey, but I hope I'm wrong. I'll let it go for tonight only. If I find out tomorrow he did go back there to drink by checking the security cameras, he won't be allowed back.